Best. Congresswoman, thank you for joining us. Explain, if you can, in regular terms, everyday terms, what this action by the president conducted behind closed doors today does to women.
Sure. Well, what it does is that it essentially gives a license to states who've been trying to defund Planned Parenthood to begin with. It allows them to do that because what President Obama tried to do in the last few days of his administration was to prevent states from just defunding Planned Parenthood because they didn't like what they were doing. So President Obama said it had to be for a specific reason, like the services were inappropriate or something like that. This then essentially gives a green light to states. It's just another attack on women, and especially low-income women.
How's this going to affect people that you know in your district, for example? If you're going to get some constituent calls on this, I imagine, some caseworker problems. What will be real about the people out there when they see this action that the president did in secret today?
Well, what it's going to do is create a lot of fear in my district. I have several Planned Parenthood clinics, and a lot of women, especially younger women and immigrant women, use Planned Parenthood. And so they're going to see what the president did today, and they're going to think then that now Planned Parenthood is defunded. Of course, that's not going to happen in the state of California, but it will happen in a lot of the conservative states that have been looking for many opportunities to roll back these services. There's just no excuse for this. And, you know, Ivanka Trump is supposed to be the conscious when it comes to these issues, and either clearly she supports this or he wasn't listening to her this time around.
Well, I don't think she was in the signing ceremony today, to be blunt about it. Let me ask you about, for conservatives watching right now, pro-life people, I understand that the federal government under the Hyde Amendment doesn't provide funding for abortion services. That's correct, right? Is that still correct?
Yes, that's absolutely correct, and I think that there's so many misunderstandings about what happens in a Planned Parenthood clinic. Planned Parenthood basically provides your primary health care services. That means if you have a cold, if you need a pap smear, if you need a breast exam, basic health services. So if you think about HIV services, and men also can go to a Planned Parenthood clinic too. So this is really a general health provider that essentially, you know, will really be compromised in a lot of states around the country.
Thank you so much. It's very helpful for women and men as well to hear what's going on with Trump and Planned Parenthood, which is extremely popular in this country. I know. Anyway, U.S. Congresswoman Karen Bass of California, thanks for joining us tonight. Up next.